What happens when ocean salinity levels change for marine life? Imagine a vast underwater world where every creature depends on just the right amount of salt in the water. When salinity levels shift, it can cause big changes for marine animals and plants. Ocean salinity is how salty the seawater is, and it's a key factor that influences where marine life can live and how well they survive. Most marine species are used to specific salinity ranges. If the water becomes less salty because of too much freshwater from rain or rivers, animals that prefer high salinity might struggle or even die. On the other hand, species that can handle a wide range of salinity, called euryhaline species, might move into new areas, changing the local ecosystem. This shift can cause some species to become more common while others decline. Salinity also affects how marine animals regulate their internal salt and water levels. When salinity changes suddenly or stays altered for a long time, animals have to work harder to keep their bodies balanced. This extra effort can slow their growth, reduce their ability to reproduce, and make them more vulnerable to disease. For example, fish that normally thrive in stable salinity might become stressed or less healthy if the water's salt content drops or rises. Shell-building creatures like oysters, corals, and tiny plankton relying on the right amount of carbonate ions to form shells and skeletons. When salinity drops, especially near coastlines where fresh water flows in, these ions become less available. That can weaken shells and skeletons, making these animals more prone to damage or predation. Salinity also influences other parts of the ocean environment. Higher salinity can lower the amount of oxygen dissolved in water, which can cause oxygen shortages for marine life. Changes in salinity can also affect ocean currents and how nutrients are distributed. This impacts the growth of plankton, seagrass, and coral reefs, which are the foundation of many marine food chains. In coastal areas and estuaries where freshwater mixes with seawater, changes in salinity from increased rainfall or rising sea levels can disrupt delicate habitats like mangroves and tidal marshes. These areas serve as nurseries for young fish and crabs and help absorb carbon dioxide. When salinity levels fluctuate too much, these habitats can be damaged, leading to a loss of biodiversity and ecosystem health. Overall, when ocean salinity changes, it can cause shifts in which species live where, affect their growth and reproduction, and even alter entire food webs. Some animals may struggle to survive if they cannot tolerate the new conditions, while others might thrive and expand their range. This can lead to big changes in marine ecosystems, highlighting how important stable salinity levels are for marine life to flourish.